Good afternoon. It's always a great pleasure to be back in Charlotte, North Carolina. I have to admit that usually when I come to the city, I'm usually passing through the airport. So it's definitely a great opportunity to be here in the city, and it's great to be with everybody today. I want to focus this afternoon on restoring the American dream. When I was growing up, we had a great president by the name of Ronald Reagan. In his 8 years in the White House, President Reagan brought about a sense of patriotism in our nation. This country needed that patriotism very badly. The nation at the time had high unemployment, high gas prices, the Iranian hostage crisis. We are seeing some of those same things happening today. What this nation needs is another Ronald Reagan. During the last year, many people have called me a 2000s version of Ronald Reagan. While I'm flattered by the comparison, and President Reagan and I share many of the same beliefs, there is only one Ronald Reagan. President Reagan often talked about patriotism. He felt it was important, as well as I do. A rebirth of our nation's patriotism starts in our schools. Our schools must return the pledge and prayer to the classrooms. For it's in the classrooms that the basis for patriotism begins. When I was in high school, I had a government teacher who instilled a great sense of patriotism in me. He taught me, he taught he taught me and you how to believe in our government. And while he's from a different party, he never tried to push his agenda on his students. Ladies and gentlemen, our nation needs more Bill Hickeys. We must elect leaders who do not endorse or support critical race theory. We must elect leaders that are against the liberal, progressive agenda of the Democratic Party. You know, one of my favorite TV shows is West Wing. Remember that show, President Bartlett? The Democratic Party of President Bartlett is nothing like the Democratic Party of today. Today's party is endorsing a far left wing agenda, something this nation does not need. When it comes to government spending, the Democrats want more government and entitlements. I'm for less government and an end to social welfare. During the last 2 years, our nation has experienced a pandemic not seen in a long time. In fact, since the Spanish flu. Many government assistance programs were put in place. They needed to be. But now, our nation is seeing decreasing number of infections from COVID. It's time for all of us to go back to work. Just the other day, I stopped by a local restaurant back home in Texas. As I went to open the door was locked. A sign simply said, closed for 1 hour due to staffing shortage. My friends, there are 10.2 million jobs, 10.2 million jobs available in our nation. It's time for every able-bodied person to go back to work. Our schools are still rebounding from the pandemic. The latest information available shows a drop in scores on benchmark tests. We learned that during the pandemic, while remote learning was valuable during the early days, and it does not have a place in today's classroom. The polarization we are seeing in our nation must stop. It must stop. We must learn to respect each other once again and learn to respect each other's opinion. we've become so divided. Hatred has increased across our country. It's time for this to stop. My friends, in our nation's 245-year history, we have accomplished great things during national crisis. Mankind's greatest achievement was accomplished during the Vietnam War, the moon landing. We can once again achieve great goals during a pandemic only if we come together as one. So let's start by respecting one another again. Let's reach out to our brothers and sisters and shake their hands. Let's once again become that nation that President Reagan talked about so often, that shining city on a hill. In Matthew 5, verse 14, Matthew says, "You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden." My friends, in the word of Scripture, let us become what Matthew called the city on the hilltop that cannot be hidden. May God bless you. May God bless our troops, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much. Thank you.